What's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is and what I do. It's your boy Tag, and we're here on Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. Tonight, we got a special guest, someone here to help us fix our shit. None other than Imani Vanzap. Make sure you tune in to Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. Boom. What's up, y'all? Now, I'm back with another season of Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag, none other than season 2. And you already know I got to start the season off with none other than somebody who's gonna help us fix our shit. This season, we're all about doing better and doing bigger. So listen, tonight on the episode of Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag, we have none other than Auntie, Imani Vanzap. I'm gonna bring her out in just a second, but like I said, make sure you guys stay tuned. All right, y'all, so I'm back and I'm going to open up the show. Listen, none other than motivational speaker. Y'all see her lately going viral with her sensational TikToks. Y'all might know her from Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Reality Franchise Brand. I'm going to bring out the person who helped us fix our shit on season 4, none other than Imani Vanzap.
Oh my goodness! Thank you for having me.
Yes, what's up?
I'm so glad to be here.
Yes, have a seat.
This is so fancy.
It's so fancy.
This is I feel important.
You feel important?
I do.
You should feel important.
I do.
You are important.
Well, thank you.
We are here.
I try to listen. And we're what?
Stronger
and better. Yeah.
Okay. So listen, I got your drink set
I
up.
say, am I allowed to drink it at any time? I can do it because it looks so pretty. I just need to go ahead and take a sip.
Get you a sip. What is
That's good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I may need 2 of those. Okay.
We gonna keep going. So listen, I'm so glad to have you on my couch tonight. Listen, I was in your world.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about the Victory Vortex later. But I came down to the Victory Vortex and had a little chat
I'm
with you.
in the hot seat
You're
now.
in the hot seat today, so
yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in your domain.
You're in my domain. Yes. Okay. So we gonna start this out now. I always do an icebreaker on my show.
Okay.
So, but my icebreaker for you is because I want you to introduce yourself, Imani Vanzap style. So I want you to look into that camera.
Oh, right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Right into that camera, and I want you to
and get the audience together.
Get the audience together.
As I always say, if you don't know who I am by now, shame on you. Why? My name is Imani Vanzap, and I am here to help you fix your shit. Period. Boom. Boom. I'll try to catch it. Oh, we got facts. Okay. I love this already.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna get started. We're just gonna go into just a little background of you.
Yeah.
And let people know, who you are and how you got to be Imani Vanzap. Okay.
All right.
So first things first. Now I did a little research on you. So you are from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
Okay. How is it being from Columbus, Ohio? Like, what is it like there? I've never been to Ohio.
It is a very comfortable town. So it's definitely a place where you settle down, raise a family. Now it's changed. They're trying to be a little bit more metropolitan now. So they got their jumbotron and everything down in the middle of the city. But it was slower, and with slower for me, I just always felt like I was kind of contained or restricted and needed to just break out, So I'm glad for where I've come from. It gave me a lot of morals that I've used, in my journeys and dealings with people. Very Midwestern, conservative, but just progressive enough to where you can have, your sword sharpened on both sides.
That's what's up. So how far is that from Cleveland?
2 hours. 2 hours? 2 hours and some change.
So did that make you a LeBron fan when you were up there automatically? Because
you had to be. You had to be a Buckeye and a LeBron fan. Just don't play around.
You had to be. Right. So you said it was slow growing up there. So how was life for you growing up in Columbus? Was it open? Was it friendly? How was the atmosphere?
For the most part, yeah. You had many of the schools were a lot more, I don't want to use the word integrated, but culture, if I can say it that way, to multicultural, to where you were always, most of my friends were always of different races, different ethnic backgrounds. So I had a very vast upbringing. In that regard, many people were very accepting. It wasn't until probably about maybe middle school where you just got sectored into, I went to a school on the east side, you know, it was in the hood. So the mindset was a little bit different. People weren't as open.
Right.
There was a lot of toxic masculinity that was there. You know, a lot of picking on and things like that. And that was something that you know, could take a toll on you, you know, as a young person. So it took a while to kind of, you know, pull myself out of that to kind of start finding my own by the time it was time to go to high school.
Right.
So, yeah.
So did you know that you were different as far as like LGBTQ at a young age?
I would say, yeah. But being in church, you're only allowed to explore that but so far.
Right.
You're not able to ask a lot of questions. There's a lot of, you know, well, the word said it, you know, God said, the Bible confirms, I believe it, that settles it, or whatever. So it took the opportunity for a lot of conversations to be had and took those off the table, you know, but you know, every family knows.
Every family knows, definitely. So like, are you a college graduate? Did you go to school after, you know, high school?
Some school,
okay.
Some school, yeah. So what you'll see, and I don't know how much you told them, there are times where me and my nephew blend.
Yes.
So for those,
because I wanted to ask, I was like, you know, I want to ask you that.
How that happened, yeah. So if I ever say anything that sounds a little bit off, it may be the blending of stories. Yeah. So I have my own, and nephew has his.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So now, I recently was on your Instagram. I know you posted a video on the TikTok with your husband. You are married.
Yeah, so I am married.
Yeah,
yes.
You are married. How is that?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Just even in, if I dare say, selecting Curtis, energy means everything to me.
Definitely.
And I think that our energy and chemistry is...
Can we get a boom for that? Energy and chemistry.
So anytime I hear the boom, I'm gonna back it up with my fans.
Energy and chemistry is everything.
It is.
Definitely.
It really is. Yeah, if you can't flow with the person that you're dealing with, why are you dealing with them?
Right.
You know, a lot of people, they love or are used to, even if they don't love it, they're comfortable with conflict.
Right.
Why? You know, for what? You know, there's so much to explore in life. Not saying that every day has to be a wonderful, spectacular day, but to be in a peaceful relationship, I would hope that's what most people would want.
Definitely. Definitely. I definitely agree. So how long have you been married?
So with Curtis, 20 years. Yeah. Now nephew, you know, him and his ball, they're still, you know, ducklings in this thing. Yeah, me and Curtis, we're a good couple decades in.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. So, you know, before we go into Imani, you know, I want to just talk about you, how I met you.
Okay.
So, you know, I met you, of course, on the Chasing Reality platform.
Yes.
And when I first saw you on Chasing Reality platform and you were doing Chasing Dallas, I was like,
Were you one of the ones?
I said,
I'm not with this.
I said, Dario, she can't come up here with that. She can't come up here with that. And he was like,
I love the honesty.
He was like, oh yeah, we gonna have her on the show. I was like, because she on there, she said the wrong thing about me. I'm be over. But no, like, I'm really glad that you are on the platform, because I see that even being on this season and you doing what you did since it was your first time with Chasing Atlanta, I think you did what you had to do. So how did that start? Like, how did that come about with you being on the Chasing Reality platform?
Period. So me and Reese G, who I affectionately call Reese O'Neal. Reese and my nephew are very good friends. And so they've done productions, you know, before. They did a couple stage plays and things like that. And when the female energy started to come out of nephew, to be honest, Reese was the main one that curated those energies and helped, you know, Eric to find, you know, a lot of what you see before you today. And so, you know, we did those programs and then, you know, kind of went separate ways for a little bit and then kind of came back together. By that time, Imani is born, doing her thing, everything's going the way it's supposed to be going. Reese gave me a call and said, this is what I want to do. I want to kind of incorporate, if you will, a slight helping inside of the show. So in the mind of like an Ian Vanzap inside of a Love and Hip Hop, what would that look like? To have real life commentary, real life reactions, you know, if you will, to what's going on. And so, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was nervous because they don't know me, you know, and
it's like, who is this person?
Who is this coming in here, you know, with these opinions? And while I feel that my views resonate a lot with the audience or echo what the audience, viewing audience is seeing, it doesn't mean that people want to be seen in that light, in that moment that way. It's like, let us just do our thing. Don't be judging us while we're doing our thing. And so I didn't know how it would be, you know, perceived, but I said, let me go ahead and try it. I'll see what they say. And, you know, funny as it is, went ahead and did it, and the cast may have felt
the crowd
differently,
did.
but the crowd's like, yes, this is what we want.
Yeah.
And so from there, I kind of slowly tried to find my way of being honest and still letting them know I'm not against you.
Right.
Even if I say something that you really don't want to hear, I'm not against you. This is what Auntie does.
Definitely. So, now that you're on the platform, how has Chasing Reality helped your brand as Imani Vanzap?
I would definitely say that I wouldn't be where I am today. I mean, yes, I'm driven and all those things, but I never let it go without being said who opened doors.
Right.
And Chasing Reality really opened the door for me.
Right.
I remember starting the Instagram, it was like 200 people, at first, and trying to get, one person to follow a week. It was very slow in the beginning. And then once Chasing Reality opened up the opportunity to be able to go ahead and do what I do there, it just slowly started to build.
And you're up there now.
Listen.
You're up there.
I'm trying to do what I can.
And I'm
Thank you.
so proud.
Thank you
I'm so proud.
much.
So with, being on the platform and being a part of the platform, do you think that, because I know a lot of people try to say that Chasing Atlanta is a bad look for LGBTQ men and women, things like that. Do you feel that way since you're on this platform? I
do not. And let me say, I've never been shy in saying this. I do not personally like reality TV, only because what used to be reality TV now was a way of publicly dehumanizing people. And we want to be taken seriously. Not saying that we can't, have a turn up and feel good about ourselves, but it's gotten to a point now to where we're honestly rewarding bad behavior. That bothers someone like me. So when it comes down to, a Chasing Reality series or some of the other ones, I don't think that we should be as hard on people that are trying to come up in the industry because everybody's got to find their place. What I feel that Chasing Reality has done, they really want to help. Yes, the drama is there. Yes, the fights are there. Stuff's gonna be thrown. People want to get dragged. It is what it is. We done seen it all. But I think that the end result is that there would hopefully be a resolve of some sort so we can grow from it. And teach. And I think that in particular, the cast in Chasing Dallas and Chasing Atlanta so far, now you both understand that you're pillars in the community. And not just, if I can say it, no disrespect, but you're not just another reality TV show. This people just fighting to go viral. There's a purpose to it. Everyone has a storyline. They may conflict, but everybody's got a plan, and I'm all for that.
Everybody has a plan. Definitely, and I agree. I definitely agree. So, being that you came to season 4 of Chasing Atlanta, and we actually had our first full reunion with you being a part of it, do you feel like you accomplished what you need to accomplish with the Chasing Atlanta cast for season 4?
First of all, I feel like I do because not one fight broke out. So that was really honestly my goal for the day was, if nothing else, what the notorious reputation was is that no reunion has been possible. That every reunion, and that's not to blame any one person. It takes 2 or 3 or 20 to tango.
Definitely.
But that there was not a successful reunion in the way that I see it. You put all of your work into that show. I don't care what I say about you or Kendra or whoever. It's at the end of the day, that's what we handle as a cast. I respect and honor what you all have put into the show. And the audience has gone on that journey with you. You deserve to get to the end of your race. And I think that when we get to situations where a fight destroys your ability to get to your goal, I think that we've missed the mark. And so for what I did, especially with season 4 of Chasing Atlanta, y'all didn't have to be receptive to me. So being that I was kind of maybe an old fish by this point because I had done Chasing Dallas, I was still a new fish because you're the holy grail. You're the love of hip hop Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You're the ones that started Orange County, Housewives Orange County. You started it. So for you to even let me come into your space and mediate was an honor. And the fact that we got through it with no fights was just a pat on my back. So I felt really good about it.
That's really good. And I say that, I feel like because I feel like most people, and this is no disrespect to anybody that has hosted before, but I feel like a lot of people know how to control the set. And I feel like you were able to control the set and able to get everybody to speak and do things in a good way. So
can I say something else to that too? I also want to say, and again, like you said, no disrespect to any other, because the people that came before me are huge personalities themselves and open up doors to people like me. So I definitely say that. Along with that, I do think, kind of going back a step, what helped was allowing me to walk with you all on that journey.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes it's unfortunate and it's something that you can't always help. When you bring in a new face to an existing situation and they have no history with you, it's kind of like, why am I listening to you?
Right.
But for what?
What do you know?
Yeah,
about
what
me?
do you know?
Yeah.
You know, and if the person, you know, happens to not know much about the show, then they don't know how to throw water on fire before it gets too hot. I have learned all of you so that I can look at somebody and tell by the way that they breathe, like, okay, you good, Dominique. It's all right. It's all right now. So yeah, having other hosts, I think that that's a good thing, but there were a lot of factors that I think that went into why we were able to get through it.
Definitely. So what do you think, you know, is your biggest takeaway from, you know, working with the Shakespeare Atlanta brand?
That not even Atlanta. I think even
reality brand.
Yeah, I mean, I know the question was that, but I just wanted to broaden it a little bit. That people really want love. I think that was what I kept seeing in everyone's story, no matter where their path went, how much conflict was in it, even if people, you know, had words on set or whatever, what have you, everyone was desiring love. Yeah. Love for themselves, love for their art, love, you know, then for each other. And I think that as long as we make love the goal, it's not just gonna have some big Disney ending. I mean, we're gonna have what we're gonna have. But I think if we make love the goal, it makes discussing conflict easier. Yeah. So even if we have it out, we are giving each other the space and the opportunity. Go off, sis. Do what you got to do. Go. If you got to cuss me out, that's what it is. But we know that the reason we're doing this is because we're trying to get somewhere. And that's where I want people to be.
Definitely. Well, listen.
Do we need a boom? I think that was a boom.
I'm literally, and I said, you know, I feel like one interview is gonna make me, you know, really settle down because I'm doing 2 interviews tonight.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, I know one interview was gonna really just make me have me.
Oh, you knew who to have it first.
I already knew. I said, so let me have Imani first.
We're gonna set the atmosphere.
Set the atmosphere.
Listen.
So we're gonna take a quick break real quick. We're gonna let us catch our breaths, and then we're just gonna get into Imani the shit mixer.
I'm here for it.
Do it.
Thank you again for having me.
No problem. All right, you guys, we are back with Talk Loud 2 as a tag. I have Auntie Imani Vanzap on the couch with me tonight. And now, so now we're gonna get into Imani as the shit fixer that she is. And I'm just gonna hop right into it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
why not?
You know, Imani Vanzap is someone that was created to help people, I feel, you know, get their life in line and be in an open space. You know, so this person was created by nephew Eric Diller. How did that come about?
That was after a series of disappointments, of failed projects, with Eric moving from Columbus to Atlanta in 2009. There was almost a decade, and that was when I really feel that Eric was really trying. Let's get into the industry. And that was where he really had to pay his dues. For about a decade, it was like, there were good moments, but there were a lot of falls, a lot of hard falls too. And right after one of the last projects that was that was put on stage, he just needed to take a different path. It just seemed like everything that he was doing up until a certain point just wasn't working anymore. And it was time to keep the vision, but just change lanes. Stay on the highway. You don't always have to stay in the same lanes, you know. Is that up?
For that. Keep the vision. Stay on the highway. Just switch lanes.
Just change lanes.
Just a little bit.
You'll still get there. It's fine. You will, I promise you'll still get there. But it's just sometimes you gotta know how to just kind of navigate a little bit. And that's what he did, yeah. And it was not the easiest choice, but it was a necessary choice. Now look where we are today.
Look where we are today.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to shout y'all.
Go ahead, you know me.
I'm about to cut a step in.
Listen, you know, it don't take much.
So, you know, you host your show in what you call the Victory Vortex.
Yeah.
What made you come up with that name?
I feel still that life is vortex in the sense of how crazy life can get. And that we can't avoid it. You know, we're all in this pandemic right now. None of us can escape. No person is essentially too good to not go through this. Even if you have the resources, if you get sick, okay, I understand that. But your life is different now because the world is going through something at the same time. I feel that a vortex, if you will, is something that none of us can escape, but it doesn't mean you can't have victory in it. I don't have to necessarily be completely downtrodden while I'm going through my storm.
Right.
You know, I can find joy in it. I can find happiness in it. I can find security. I can definitely find victory in it. And I felt that a place that represents dark and light at the same time and how we navigate through it is what was needed.
Yeah.
So that's why I gave it that name.
And I feel like a lot of things you do has a lot of meaning behind it.
Everything is intentional.
It's very powerful. Very, very intentional, very powerful.
Thank you.
So how did you figure out, you know, when you were helping others that this is your calling?
Well, again, so this is one of those blended stories. Yeah. So for Nephew, all growing up, Nephew was the conflict resolver.
Right.
He was always the one that could sit in between two people that were arguing and with a clear mind, hear both sides and say, this is what you're about, this is what you're about, this is why y'all can't get along. And it's going to take either you or both of y'all to humble yourselves to get through it. And those attributes very easily carried over into what I do. I think watching, if I'm being honest, the whole, because everybody was saying Imani Vanzap at the beginning, and I would agree. Yeah. Since then, I think it's evolved into something else that is not like that. And I think that's a good thing. But it just takes evolving and starting to understand people really want better.
Right.
They really want to feel whole and happy. And I don't think that there has yet been an energy or a presence that has let everyone know it's okay to be broken.
Right.
It's all right. We got you. We're going to get through this.
We will. It is okay to be broken. It is okay. And we'll talk about that later.
Go ahead.
But
wherever you want to go.
How does it feel knowing, you know, that other people see you as someone they can come to and they can talk to in order to, you know, get help and be in a place of a safe environment?
It in the beginning, I think I expected it in the beginning only because it is a bleed over of sorts from Nephew.
Right.
But now that we are where we are now, we're like, you know, for those who don't know, on TikTok I started February the 6th. And this Saturday will make 1 month and we're already at 250,000 people.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's just out of, I mean, it was, you know, you see the numbers start rising, you're like, okay, that's nice. I had a good day. And then it just kept going and kept going. And literally it was like 30 or 40,000 people that were joining a day.
Yeah.
And so the emails and the responses that I get now let me know that there's something much deeper because the people before, I knew them to some degree. You know, it wasn't that far removed from, you know, degrees of separation. Now, there are people in Guatemala and everywhere else, or just, you know, San Francisco, people that don't know me from a can of paint, that are just saying what the content is doing for them and how much it's helping them. And, you know, the TikTok videos, they're helping their mental health, helping them solve problems. They didn't know how to talk to their boss before they saw a certain video of mine, things like that. So I understand that the call is much deeper now, and I feel very humbled by it. And I take it seriously. It gives me joy, but I'm very humbled by what my assignment is now.
And I see that it's your assignment, and I see that you're doing it, and you're doing it well.
Thank you so much.
So recently, you know, you've been doing viral TikToks, and you know, Portia from Housewives.
I know. Oh my God.
Portia from Housewives stopped by the page.
Oh my. And I don't want to put it, but you know, everybody can see everything. And Portia, I ain't trying to say, she follows me now. Like I just, when I went to my little, she follows me now. I'm like, Portia knows who I am. And Amber, what's her name from Glee? Amber Riley. Amber Riley from Glee, she follows me now.
That's what's up.
And it's just, so it's doing something.
You
know, when I saw that they don't know Nephew. All they know was me. And so for me to be able to do something and to give enough art presence in my heart to where it makes them want to follow little old me, makes me feel good. Lets me know I'm doing something right.
You're doing something right.
Thank you so much.
That is so amazing.
It really is.
Because I seen it, because I was on one of the blogs that, you know, stuff, and it said, Portia stopped by Imani, and I had to go to your page and was like, let me go find this post and let me go look at this. And I was like, oh my God, like that's amazing. That's my cancer sister, Portia. We wait on you at Talk Live Tuesday.
Listen, okay?
Come on down to the So before we go into the hot seat, and I'm gonna give you a question or two to help me fix some shit today. So, but lastly, you know, you interviewed Nico Anand from Valley.
Yes.
How did that come about, and how was that for you?
I had gotten to a point, the very first interview, I'll kind of put a pin here too. One of the very first interviews I did was with Coco of SWV, who, myself and nephew have been a fan of forever. And we had been kind of talking on social media and whatnot. And it just got to the point with the interviews where I was feeling more comfortable booking people, asking them questions, really being able to talk to anybody at this point. She said yes, and then there were a series of other public figures that said yes, and then it finally got to Nico, and I just took a chance one day. I didn't have a contact. Nobody walked me in the door. I just sent him a DM.
Yeah.
And it took maybe about a month or so, and one day he wrote me back. And what it was, I had interviewed 2 people that he knew. So he watched the interviews of, what is it? Not B. Morris. What's his name? Oh goodness, it's Mr. Oh goodness, Mr. You know what I'm talking about. And one of the other trans sisters, he knew both of them, and so by knowing them, it made him trust me a little bit more.
Gotcha.
We did the interview, and it was just one of the most life-changing experiences I'd ever had. He was so open, had so much information, so loving, so generous, gave great advice. We did the interview for about an hour, and then he talked for me about another half hour after that. It just really poured into my life.
That's what's up.
I needed it. It was
And
a good thing.
I'm glad to see that, because when I see
Mr. B. Hood. That's what
Mr. B. Hood.
I'm sorry.
Mr. B. Hood.
Yeah, I was gonna bother me.
You're good. But no, like, just seeing that inspired me, because I went out and I reached out to people that I was like, okay, well, even though I'm not this big,
You never
name,
know.
You just never know, and that got me too.
Yeah. Oh yes.
So,
Yay.
that you don't understand, like, things that you're doing.
Oh,
are inspiring
wow.
other people that push me to go out and do something.
Thank you for saying
I want to
that.
do. So,
Yeah, just take a chance. You never know what can happen.
you never know.
Just as long as you have yourself together, go ahead and step forward. You don't have to be given permission to be great. Go ahead and just step into it, walk into it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So before we go to the hot seat, we're just gonna take another quick break.
Okay.
Make sure everything is loud, live, and everything.
La, 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 la,
Looking
la.
good.
Okay.
I'm this eyeshadow.
Thank you. I did it just for you.
Just for
Trying to
me.
give you some
Listen,
texture.
give me some boom
Yeah,
tonight.
the boom.
Some
Listen,
boom.
I'm ready.
She's in the building. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back with the hot seat question.
All right.
All right, y'all. We're back. Talk Loud to the tag. I have none other than the gorgeous Imani Vanzap here on the couch. And listen, we're gonna get into our hot seat and go into our game portion. But thank you again for coming. It's
No,
been
thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Listen, I wouldn't have missed this at all.
Listen.
There wasn't no cancellation. Ain't no mountain high enough
No mountain high
to keep
enough.
me from listening.
Talk Loud
Okay,
Tuesday.
right.
Hey, okay. So,
Listen.
we're in the hot seat. Now, the hot seat is questions. You get 5 seconds to really answer. Say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
It can be the funniest thing, the craziest thing, whatever you want to say.
Okay.
However it comes out.
Okay.
5 seconds, hot seat. We are now ready. 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
Boom. Okay. So first question: who was the favorite interview you've had thus far?
Nico.
Nico.
Nico and I.
Okay. Who is someone that inspires Imani?
Still to this day, Claire Huxtable.
Claire Huxtable?
Yeah.
So you're a Huxtable girl.
I'm old, very much so. Very, very
So
much,
you
very
went
much
down there
so.
with the Huxtable.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Very
So,
much Huxtable
who
girl.
was the clingy one in your marriage?
Probably me.
Oh, you.
Probably me. Believe it or not.
I'm the clingy one too. I'm definitely.
Believe it or not, I want to try to take credit for strength in the marriage, but I
You're the clingy one. You gotta.
Nah.
Hold on.
I'm the blubber face. That's me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So if you were a Chasing Atlanta cast member from season 4, who would you be?
Ooh. I'm probably.
I can't do that.
All of them.
All of them. No, I need you to pick one right here, right now. That's all I do.
No. Oh my god, I would be you. There you go.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. So if you could get advice from anyone who ever lived, who would it be?
What was it? Say it again.
If you could get advice from anyone who's ever lived, who would it be?
Ooh, it will probably be Maya Angelou. Yeah. She's
In and out.
the-
In and out.
Listen,
In
phenomenal woman.
and out of time.
Listen, let me tell you. I think she's had a way of seeing the world, and art has helped her to amplify what she's seeing.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely can agree on that. I definitely can agree on that. Okay, so last question. This is a funny question. I thought it would be out here. What do you feel about what is your opinion on the COVID vaccine?
So my truth about it, I'm trying to act right. I want to do my part.
Do your part.
I've had 2 flu shots in the past and gotten terribly sick by both of them. And so I am afraid to do. Yeah, I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very afraid.
I'm definitely the same way. I said that COVID shot because my mom actually had the flu shot, and that's why when I was on season 3, I had to go home and I missed like the first portion of the film because she had got really sick.
Yep.
So I was just like, you know,
and it's COVID.
It's COVID.
I'm like, okay, we ain't talking about the flu. We talking about
we talking about nothing that's been out here a long time. About something new, and y'all got
you put the thing in me. You know, I just.
We not doing that.
We're not. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, so I'm not quite there yet. I'm working on it.
Me either.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, those are
we the same.
We the same. We the one in the same.
Yes.
I cannot do the COVID vaccine, but I know a lot of people, and especially at my job, a lot of people have gotten the vaccine. I'm just like, okay, well, y'all let me know how y'all feel. I'll let y'all get the first wave. I'll see y'all in a second.
Nephew's parents, they just got theirs.
Oh wow.
So y'all all right?
Right.
So y'all ain't grown a third arm or nothing like that? You okay?
Yeah. I was like, girl, how you can get the COVID vaccine and you got to get on the flu vaccine? That just don't make sense to me. But okay. So we're going to step right into our game portion. Okay. And the game portion is called Fix Your Shit.
Fix Your Shit. Let's do it.
So I have one question. I just want you to elaborate on this for me. So the question is, what would you tell someone who works hard and feels overlooked by so many of their peers and wants to give up because they don't feel like they're enough?
That's the story of my life. Now, it's going to sound cliche at first, but I'll amplify if I can. Keep going. Do not feel that you need to adjust what you're doing to be popular. As soon as you adjust it for popularity, since you dilute the potency of what you have. Stay on your path. As weird as it is, as strange as it is, stay on your path. Chances are, the more people that walk away from you, the more people that laugh at you, the more people that act odd against you, that is an indicator that you're a trailblazer.
Now, and that question was from me because I've been feeling like so many people will overlook you and overlook me and will say that I'm not enough and make me feel like I'm not enough. And then I'll look out and be like, you know, well, this person's doing this and this person's doing this, and it'll make me get discouraged because I feel like what I'm doing is overshadowed because I'm not doing X, Y, and Z. I'm not doing all the things that people are doing to try to get put out there. I'm actually doing mine organically.
Organic is the most difficult. Conventional ovens take longer to cook food. Organic foods take longer to break down in the body. When people want simplicity, they want microwavable food, simple sugars, things that am I preaching to somebody? Am I preaching to somebody in the house tonight?
I'm going to elaborate on that.
You know, and so when you take time, when you do things that are difficult, when you walk alone, when you're up in the middle of the night while everyone else is sleeping, those are the times you're going to be rewarded for. And a lot of times, you said something earlier that touched me too. The people that criticize you the most are the ones that are jealous of you because they can't figure out what to do. And they hate that you're doing it.
I've been saying this.
I'm just saying.
I've been preaching this to my friends.
I'm just saying.
I've been saying, Auntie, I said, you know,
Listen.
people aren't jealous of you, what you have, and the glam and the glitz. They're jealous of your spirit and the person you are, and what you exude and what comes out of you because they're trying to figure out how to get that, how to get people to flock to them. Like they flock to you.
And some people may know about called the 4 agreements. One of the agreements is do not take anything personally. You can't. It's easy to do it. And it's not to dismiss, you know, people hurting you. That lets you know that you're human. But try not to take it personally because they would have repelled anyone in your shoes. You just happen to be a template filler for their pain. They only know how to see the world a certain way through a certain set of lenses. You can't be bothered by that. It could be you, and then if it was a roulette and then you showed up, then I'd be mad at her. It just. You can't think about that.
Right.
You have to literally have blinders on, know what your goal is, and stay on it. That's all you can do.
I definitely agree.
It will come back.
It will. And I say, and when you said, like you said, people want to just be popcorn. Me and my friends my producers say that all the time. People want to be popcorn rappers. They want to be popcorn artists. They want to be popcorn stars.
Or I like to cut and paste artists.
Cut and paste.
You ain't doing that.
You ain't doing nothing. They want it so fast. And what I tell a lot of people, all fast money, all money ain't good money, especially fast money. Fast money don't last long. Just as quick as you got it, as quick as it'll go away.
Yeah.
So you got to invest and put your time and do everything like that into yourself. So that
build a foundation. Build a foundation. Will Smith told the story of his father, and I guess one year there was this wall. I don't know if he destroyed it or they didn't make it or whatever. He and his brother, or cousin at the time, his father made them build this wall, and it took them all summer. And by the time that they got to the end, they were mad. Why do we have to build this wall? Why do we have to build this wall? He was teaching them a lesson, and he said to them, he said, don't worry about building a wall. He said, lay each brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid, and eventually you have a wall.
Right.
Most people, they operate with too big of a mindset, and it's too much for them, and then things fall apart. You end up letting a lot of people down. A whole bunch of craziness can happen. Make each moment that you engage in as perfect as you can. You're gonna make mistakes, it's okay, it's fine. But be as thoughtful and as caring as you can with every layer that you put down there. People will remember the attention to detail that you gave it. They will never forget this.
Never.
I've been in a lot of situations to walk in here and see all y'all do, and everything's on point, and it's lit up, and it's nice, and I ain't waiting in the cold all crazy. Like, to come in here with this, I'm telling you, you're going places with it.
Thank you.
Telling you what I know. Telling you what I know. I done lived a little bit. I don't know everything. I know a couple things.
Thank you.
I know y'all going places.
I really appreciate that. And we're gonna go on into the ending of our show, but that resonated, and that's gonna help somebody, because it's somebody dealing with that same situation. Like you said, you just have to keep going. You gotta
keep going.
Keep going. You can't stop. You can't let everything get so flustered up in your head and make you go crazy. You have to just stop, take a breath, and keep going.
If I could say real quickly, when I was against TikTok to my soul, I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna post to just defiantly never get on the platform. And then when I did, something happened. This is after 25 years of what seemed to be, you could feel it was going up, but it was going up so slow, like at a glacial speed, you know what I mean? And then it finally it was February the 6th. And all of a sudden it was just, and no one can stop it.
No one.
That's the thing. And that's what's scary, is waiting on you. A lot of people want to get it, but if you're getting it fast, somebody can take it away from you. I guarantee that. If you get it real quick, there are powers to be that can, if they don't like you, they'll snatch everything away. Because you have no foundation, nobody has anything invested in you. If you build that foundation, all of a sudden, one day, it will just be like magnets coming towards you. Let it happen organically. You said the word earlier.
Definitely. So, going into the end of our show, I just want to ask you, what's next for Imani Vanzap?
Right now, there's a certain way I want things to roll out. I see markers now, whereas before, I didn't know where things were. I was, just hoping to do the best job that I can. Now there are certain numbers I want to see. Upon the Saturday, we would have been on TikTok for 1 month, and we'll be at 250,000 people. That's the number that I never thought my influence I didn't know when I'd be able to verbalize it, but I can actually say that now. So now I want to reach 1 million. I want to reach 1 million, and by that point, I'll know this is it. This is who I've been given to build. I feel that way now, but by that point, it's like, by that point, Now you got people that's looking at you like, okay, now look. So I just want to grow in that way, keep building the audience, just see what other doors that opens up. And just really, a lot of it is just rinse and repeat right now to keep the success going.
Gotcha. Well, that's what's up. I'm glad to see your journey, and I'm glad to sit back and watch you grow.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
glad to watch you grow.
Thank you. I'm hoping that next season on Chasing Atlanta that you're there, helping us still.
Yes, I'm not leaving my baby.
We're gonna need.
Listen, okay, y'all listen.
So, one more thing. Where do you see yourself within the next year? What is your next big goal?
Within the next year, I definitely see, I don't know what it will be, but I feel like something is going to happen that's going to open up the Imani brand on a national platform. I don't know if it's going to be an appearance somewhere, or I don't know what it is. But at the rate that we're going, I'm just waiting on the next call to know, like, okay, this, you have indicators that let you know where you've arrived to at that point. Not that we've already arrived, but I'm waiting on that next call to see, okay, what's that one? I'm more open to the sound.
Definitely.
That's coming out.
Yeah, the sound it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
So on here on Talk Live Tuesdays, we like to encourage our audience, and you just gave me a shit-facing conversation.
Oh.
But I just want you to just pour into my audience. Let them know, even the people that are in the room right now, encourage them and let them know, like, it took you time to get there. Like you said, it took you time. So those people that are out there that are wanting it to happen immediately, they're wanting it to pop right now, give them some encouragement.
The race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but given to the one that endures until the end. You have to decide that you are in this race. You don't get the option of checking out for a lap. You don't get to do that. If you really want to win, you cannot check out. There will be moments in time where you can get breaks. There will be people along the way that the universe, God, loving source, however you want to name it, will give you cups of water to hydrate you and keep you going. Those are the people that pray with us, the people that cry with us, the people that, the people that pray with us, cry with us, laugh with us, dream with us, have nothing, while with us, where you're struggling together. Always keep those people close, because when the increase comes and you start to, I've seen this. I've seen people get increased, baby. I've seen people get increased and not know how to handle it and treat everybody crazy around them. Because you never really wanted people. You never really wanted it for everybody else. You only wanted it for yourself. Understand that while you're on your journey and while you may get impatient sometimes, your goal should be to be a blessing to others. Therein lies your victory. Therein lies your reward. Keep people first. You keep people first, you'll be fine. I promise you.
You are speaking. Okay?
I'm sorry.
You were literally just saying this yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
You were literally just saying that yesterday.
Wow.
Me and my friend here, we were literally just saying that yesterday.
Yeah. I've been through it. Yeah. I've had friends walk away. But I'll tell you this. By the time that it got right before this whole thing has just happened, I looked at my phone and I went through it. I had about 4 names. Out of all the names that are in my phone, those are the 4 people that I don't mind sharing my successes with, but I also don't mind sharing my failures.
Yeah.
That's how you know that you have a crew that is true. If you're okay, if you're okay with showing them your scars, that's your family.
That's your family.
That's your family.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. Can I get a clap for everybody in here? Can we just clap for
Listen.
Can we clap for Auntie Imani? Because that is amazing.
Thank you so much.
We needed to hear that, and I'm pretty sure everyone in here is like getting that word.
Oh,
like,
good. I was like, I'm saying so wrong.
Yeah, you see everybody else moving around.
Everybody about to shout. They're going crazy back here. I was like, am I okay? Yeah. Okay.
Because that's our group. That's who we are. That's
don't get me to running. I got space too. Don't do it.
But no, that's my friend group. That's who the people I hang around. So
that's your family.
That's my family.
Yeah.
That's my family.
You'll know it.
So once again, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you
for taking your time out.
And thank you all for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming out and sitting on my couch.
It is my pleasure to be here.
Because coming to the Victory Vortex, that was you getting to me. But I want people to really know.
Thank you for the opportunity to do this.
Definitely, because people see you and they only see that one side. They only get to hear what you have to say as far as Imani in the commentator. But this time I wanted to give that light to you. So
can I say one more thing? I just want to say, I don't think that people get enough credit. That when I came in here, I was greeted with so much love. Everyone was kind. You hear a lot of horror stories about the industry and black companies and why. No, when I see excellence, it needs to be amplified. Your staff, your friends, your family, y'all are amazing. Made me feel like I was at home. I felt like I knew everybody as soon as I walked in here. Continue to walk in that love. Y'all be fine.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. Imani Vanzap on Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. Now listen, we gotta do it.
Listen,
we are stronger.
We are what? Stronger. And better.
Over here at Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. Thank you, Auntie Imani.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Listen,
all this
I have
everything.
a little gift for you. I'm gonna get you lunch for the week. gonna get you a little lunch.
Okay.
A little lunch one day this
I'll
week.
take it. I'll
But I
take
definitely
it.
want to say thank you. Again
No, thank
for
you. This
coming
has
out
been a
and
pleasure.
that
Please
is
make sure y'all
awesome.
tune into my baby's show.
Yes,
Support
tune in.
every episode, okay?
Talk Loud Tuesday with Tag.
That's right.
And we're gonna get us a boom in there. 1, 2,
That's right.
3.
Boom!
See y'all later, y'all. Enjoy Talk Loud Tuesday. Thank you.